One of my greatest concerns ever on the farm was suffering an injury where I was unable to actually continue growing mushrooms. I'm the only person that works here on my farm and I don't have any staff. And yesterday, one of my biggest fears came true when I severed my bicep tendon off of my forearm completely and broke part of the bone which held it in place. So it's Anzac Day. We're out celebrating, as most Kiwis and Aussies do on Anzac Day, when we remember all our fallen soldiers. And after the service, I went back to a friend's house who's currently serving, and we were trying to teach his children, who are about sort of 5, 6, how to do flips on the trampoline. And they were bouncing, and we're trying to sort of help them flip over. And one of the kids was bouncing, and I must have put upwards force on my arm, and the child came down on it, and I just heard this huge, it was like a rip crossed with a pop as my bicep muscle detached from the forearm just in here. It didn't actually really hurt at the time, but I looked down and I could see my forearm the bicep was bunched right up. And I went to hospital last night and I spent hours at the hospital, and then I went back there again today and spent all day there, and they were hoping to get me into surgery today, but they couldn't. What they need to do tomorrow, I'm going back in again for the third day, is they have to cut my arm open and drill through the bone and place anchors in it and pull that bicep muscle down and reconnect the tendon back into the forearm. So it's a disaster, right? A total disaster. So I now need to figure out how to keep a mushroom farm going with the use of only one arm. I can move my fingers in this arm like this here, but I have no movement up and down and virtually no twist whatsoever. It's going to be in a cast for 3 months. 6 weeks, sorry, the guy said it would be in a cast, and he reckons 3 months till I can really do anything on the arm. It's going to be a challenge. Not only do I have the farm to run, my wife's pregnant, she's due in 6 weeks or 7 weeks or so. We've also got a young girl we look after, so it's going to be a new ball game, I think. I think I'm going to have to hire staff, so it's kind of like a fast track lesson on employing people, I suppose. I don't particularly know the rules around employing people, and I've kind of avoided that. I kind of like doing everything on my own. But I think what I need to do now is really get employees in, get someone in to just do all the laborious work for me, which is like loading up this sterilizer here, inoculating bags, moving them through, moving bags into the fruiting, harvesting, and then for sales at my market, which I go to, I'll get the old man to help, so that's alright. I've got a couple of YouTubes I've already filmed, so that's good. I've got a few half YouTubes filmed. And then I'll film what I can with a busted up arm to just trying to do bits in between. I think filming should be okay. It's mainly just all the laborious tasks which are going to be hard. So yeah, it's definitely a curveball, and it's something you don't ever want to happen, especially when you're running a farm on your own. But I never thought it would happen to me. But I always had that fear that something would happen to me and I couldn't continue doing what I do, and well, that fear has kind of become a reality. So it's about just carrying on, and hopefully in the surgery tomorrow it goes well and they connect the tendon back into the arm, and it's upwards from here, I suppose.